we are using Attunity Compose, where we are reading from the Azure SQL server. There we are building all the data warehouse and data mart based on our requirements. Today, mostly I will concentrate on Attunity Compose. Now they called Quilic, the company. Same like yesterday, like I'm going to come cover what is the Attunity Compose and Compose architecture and installation, upgradation, how to start and stop the Attunity Compose, adding users and groups, same like yesterday. Most of them, everything is same like Attunity Replicate, and creating simple project and workflow. These will be changed here from compared to yesterday. This is a different look and feel tool. Yep. Like I think in like few years back, Attunity Replicate was a old tool, but Attunity Compose, they few years back they came into the market, and now it's now everyone is using analytics. Now it got popular. Like Attunity Compose is a there are like 2 or 3 products in this. We are using Attunity Compose for data warehouse. There is a direct data mart also there. We are using data warehouse. This is automatically like automate our model, and it will create the data warehouse and data mart. This like there is a good features in that. You can quickly build and tuning and create the metadata and streamline and create the data warehouse. There is a advantages also there, like how we are creating, like the key features are model driven data warehouse automation. Like if you have already model is created in the Erwin or something, you can directly import and you can create that into a Compose data warehouse. But most of the time, if the in our case we are not using Erwin data model, but in some other projects they are using that directly Erwin diagrams, and they are building that. And like you can create the automated management also, like schema generation of data warehouse and data marts based on that Erwin data model. And you can create the ETL data integration transformation logic, and data quality also you can implement in the automated management. And enterprise data warehouse support, like it will support like data warehouse including Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, or Amazon Redshift. It support all the data warehouse, enterprise data warehouse supports. And data quality and transformation, like in this Compose, you can create a data quality rules. Like if you put any quality rule, if you don't want to send to data warehouse data mart, you can send it to the exception table. It will create in the landing table. You can see that data quality rules not match, then it will go to the exception table. Like it automatically creates the __ ex table. I'll show you in the it creates in the landing table, and it will create the records that. And transformation, if you want to change any transformation from source to target, you want any customization, you can do also. And monitoring is like once you create everything, that project you want to run and you want to monitor, they provided the monitoring tool. You can automate monitoring code, also schedule and monitor, and you can send a notification if anything failure or anything process complete. You can do that also. This is the basic architecture when you open that Compose, right? The main first we need is a source, that landing database. We have a source database. We have to create the source database, and also it creates the data warehouse database. We have to create 2 database connections before starting any project. Then the model generation, there are multiple options. So you can use Erwin model, or you can use out of the box tool, and you can create the model itself in the Compose. In our project, we are using our customization because Irwin data model is very complex in our scenario that is not working in Compose. Then we are using our own model in creating a model, and also we are creating a data warehouse uh, with customization, and we are creating a data marts. In data marts, we are creating two data marts, one for dealer specific and other for cat specific. Only difference is all the structure, metadata, everything is different. But in cat data mart, we are creating a filters only whatever the filtering logic satisfied, it will go to the cat data mart. Then Caterpillar can pull the data and they can see. But in dealer data mart, there is no filtering. The everything is available for this is only for dealer specific. And also we created these two data marts in different database in SQL Server backend. Um, these two databases are different and we can control easily. When you are giving access to the Caterpillar, you can give only that particular uh, data mart access to the Caterpillar, and you no need to worry about your like dealer specific data mart or they are going to see or anything. That's why we divided into two data marts, two different databases. Is there any specific question regarding this Compose architecture and how this works? Then I will going to the detail. Like first, I'll give you the installation, how it's what are the requirements. Like the Compose only works on Windows. I don't see anywhere I found anything it works on Linux, because this is they are supporting as of now is only on Windows environment. They given hardware configuration requirements. These are the minimum requirements they given. But if you go to the in the user guide, they are giving like size wise how your project based on that they suggested. But this is not uh, mandatory, but they're giving this. This is the what size the processor is, quad core, memory 8 GB is the minimum required, and disk space and network. And what are the software required before installing the uh, Attunity Compose? Same like Attunity Replicate, we need .NET Framework and Visual Studio C++ 210 is a 64-bit redistributable and TSL. And installation is very simple, same like Replicate. They provide the exe file, just you have to click and select the folder where you want to install, and just next. There is not a complex installation. And good thing is this takes only like hardly like 10 minutes to install everything. And also like I will show you that how to start and stopping and adding user permissions and everything else. Let me go to the Compose. Same like Attunity Replicate, same exe file you receive, and the exe file I'm looking into. I think in this one, same like yesterday, there is a exe file. You can just double click on that, and it will create the Compose server. I don't find that. I think in this PC I don't have any. But installation is simple, same like yesterday I showed that. And once you install, you can see, go to the services. And you see here, Attunity Compose Data Warehouse. You can start from here, stop and start. Also, there is a option Attunity Compose for Data Console. Here also you can do uh, stop and start. Is through command prompt, like start and stop. You can do it from once you go to the programs and you go to Attunity Compose for Data Warehouse. There is an option you can start and stop, or you can go to the services and you can do from here also. Once you start this one, like then you can open from here, like Attunity Compose for Data Warehouse console. You can open from here, or you can go to directly and you use this URL, like localhost Attunity Compose Data Warehouse and version. Once you enter this one, automatically it opens. If you go to this, once you open this, you see like this kind of a uh, uh, GUI you have. First you have to do the management, like administrative perspective. You can see here, like user permissions, license. First you have to apply license. License same like yesterday, like replicate, or they provide the license file. Just you have to select that license file and open, and it register the license. Once you register the license, you can see license license how many days, like what is the expiration date, and what is the product version, and all the information you can see here. And if you want to add users, then you have to go to the management and user permissions, and you can add here users or groups. And same they are following a same replicate, uh, same like replicate. You can drag and drop the based on the user. You need admin or designer, operator or viewer. This is, as of now, this is everything is same like a replicate. Once you create the users, then they can come and they can log in and they can start a project. Like if you want to create a new project, just you have to create the new project. I'll show you the new project. And you want to create this is environment, but we can use a development environment, and environment a title, you can use it anything. Once you create, this is just a skeleton, and you have to create the database connections. First thing is you have to create the new database connection. First one is a landing database. What exactly landing, like what is the source of your data? Like Attunity replicate is sending, right? That database details you need. And you have to select what type of the database you are. These are the supported database currently Compose, but for our use, Microsoft Azure SQL server we are using, and you have to provide the server name, all the details, and you can test connections. And once you click that, then it will add it into the source database. I'll show you in another project. I already created one. These are the database I created. You can go and you can see this is a data warehouse database, and this is a landing database I created. This landing database is our source, and data warehouse is whatever we are creating the data warehouse and data mart. This is going to be in data warehouse. Once you create this landing and data warehouse, then you have to create the let me go to Then this is the same way supported browsers. It supports same like replicate Google Chrome, Mozilla and Microsoft. Uh, then like upgrade instructions. What is the upgrade instructions, right? Like this is a very simple upgrade. Whenever we get any new enhancement or anything, the stop all compose tasks and services, uh, and go to the same exe file and just run that one and start the compose. We no need to do any backup. Like in replicate, you have to do data backup, but here we are not using any internal data backup because everything is stored in the our databases. That's why we don't need anything to take backup. This is a upgrade, just upgrade instructions. Then the how you are going to create the simple project. That is where I'm going to show you. This is what I showed: create landing and data warehouse database connections. Then we have to see discover tables. Once you create the landing and data warehouse databases, we have to first discover the table and then create the model and create a data warehouse tables and transform and data quality and define the data mart and create workflow. I'll show you one by one. Just I captured what are the sequence we are doing. We are going to do. This is where we do this. Like we already created this landing and data warehouse database, right? Once after creating this is empty. Everything, like if you go to the new project is empty, then you have to go to the discover and like these are the landing. It automatically it connect to the source table, that is landing table, that is a landing database. And then you can select the schema. The schema also we given. This is already taken care from this landing database connections, and you have to filter tables or views or all. You can select all and search. It will display. Like I have only two tables. You have to select the tables same like in replicate. Just select and click, or if you want to all, you can select. I already selected those tables, and you can see in here like I have already two tables selected. These are the two tables selected from landing. These are the field names. If you want to change any field name, or if you want to add relationship, right, you can add it here, or you can have it in there is a GUI also. Like most of the time I added here. Just add a relationship. If you want to add relationship in between two tables, just click add relationship and select the table and relationship entity, and it automatically creates the relationship. It's a cat rec ID, is a rec ID primary key automatically. If you want to re replace existing one, you can select, and you can select different field in this, which one you want to use it as a uh, uh, attribute to originate entry, like which field is a primary key in that. But we use the default one. I already created one. This is where we created a rec ID as a relationship in between two tables. Also, if you want to change the field names, then you can click here and you can change the field name also. Like if you want a custom field name, you can create it here itself. And there is a history type, like there is a one more feature in this compose. There is a type 1 and type 2. These, what is the difference is type 1 means it will take only the history of like what exactly last changed. If you use a type 2, right, it will keep it all the history, like how many times it changed all the records, it will keep it. But most of the time in our scenario we are using this, we are not touching this history, we are using only type 1, we are last change we are looking. If you want a more history, then you have to select the type 2. This is a model. Once you create a model, you can go and you can see here the relationship. It's already created, and you can select key. What is the key? And you can see as a like a graphical view. Also, you can create uh, relationships. Also, if it is not if there is no relationship, you can drag and drop, and on top of this table, it will create relationships here itself also, like we created in the before that. And you can see in the tree view also, or diagram wise. This is a actual feature. And also you can see you can select this particular table, and you can see attributes, like what are the attributes in particular table. This is a GUI they provided. And once you create this one, right, then you have to validate. If any errors comes or anything, it will throw error. Otherwise, it validates is completed successfully, no issue or detected. If it is any issues, it will show issue, and it will you have to click on that link and you have to fix that issue. Otherwise, it's a simple, straightforward. But main thing is, this is where we are creating all the giants and everything. This is the main model we are creating. Based on that, it will create the data warehouse. In our scenario, all the complex giants and everything we are creating in this model. If you look into our model, is a very big one. This is only 2 tables, but if you go to the any dealer environment, you see that is a very big complex data model. And once this finishes, right, then if you see, this is a completed one and validated and everything is completed, then you have to go to the data warehouse, and you have to create the data warehouse tables. Like automatically, the when you click here, these 2 tables are there. Like we got 2 tables in the 2 entities, right? It automatically it creates the 2 mappings. Here in the data warehouse, we are creating all the transformation and any data quality rules. If required, we can manage here. Like here we are mapping, like if you want to map anything to customize, you can do customization. You can use the inbuilt functions. You can write custom code, like if you want to substring, or you can do that. Also, they have given some lookup. If you want to get a lookup value based on that other table, if it is a matches, then you want to populate, then there is a lookup also, you can do that. Like most of our the ETL parameters, we used lookup, and we populated all the enum values here using ETLs, the lookup table. And you can also use the data quality rule. Data quality is like if you want to particular field, you want any specific condition, you can see, like I put it like this REC version equal to 1, then only reject and report. Wherever it is there, then it will reject and it will report to the reject table. There is a reject table. I'll show you there where it is goes to the those. Then once you finish this, then there is a in a landing, you have 2 different maps. One is full load and one is a CDC. Automatically it creates. When you create the CDC, right, it goes to the __ CT. Automatically Compose knows where to get this records. If you go to, like I'll show you in the database, when we created a Attunity replicate will create the full load. This is a full load table, and this is a CT table. CT is CDC table. in this compose knows if it is a CDC map, CDC table, like a CDC workflow, okay, compose knows, so it has to go to the underscore underscore CT table, and it gets the data from only this CT table, not looking into the full load. If you look into this full load, it goes to the full load table and it will process one time. After CDC, always it goes to the underscore CT table. This is automatically configured in compose. We no need to do anything. Only thing is in the CT table we handle duplicate because we don't want to run the duplicate records. But in full load, if we enable that, it will delay the process and it will take so much time to do that process. That's what we don't check that in a full load, but in CDC we expect less data. That's why we check this handle duplicate. And if you look into the map, its map is everything is same. Full load and CDC. If it is out of box, everything is same mapping. That is what we have to understand. If it is out of box is the same. If it is a complex like custom query, there is a different query you have to write, because that goes to the CT tables, but complex queries not works as a CDC. We have to work around, we have to, based on our requirement, we have to change that. And also there is a one more option in this landing. In this we have a table, right? You can create a table based on that query also. Like these are the default tables we have, but we have a requirement. If you want to new mapping, then you can create a new ETL set here and just then you can create a new map. Just I want to just create a test map, and I'll give you this target is same one, and then if you select query, then you can write your own query and get using multiple tables, and you can create a like if you want to get, like just I am creating one example one. Or you can write your own query. You have to write a own query here, like select the fields and whatever the fields you want, like let me select. Then you see this custom field is came, like you can use any customization query. Like we used some of the custom queries here and we got the source data and we map it to the target. You can just simply drag and drop, or you can customize the mapping based on our requirement, and you can do that also. Like there is a option in this mapping. You don't need to get a direct table, you can get a, using query also you can do that, and you can also get from view also. Like if you have any view, you can create a view and you can get the view from view also. This is one of the option they are giving. Like that is where like this is after completing this you have to build this data warehouse. Like let me drop and recreate these tables. Like first time it won't ask for the drop and recreate, but when you are Now it's already like now it's created a new data warehouse tables. Now you have to validate and you have to generate that ETL code. Like it creates the code background. You can see generated successfully. Writing the all, you can see what are the ETLs it's created. You can see the status also. After creating this ETL, you can run from here itself or you can run it from the workflow. I'll show you, but you can run first. Now we can see. You can see now this is what it's created and it's already processed, and these are the total records inserted, then total reported records. These are the the data quality rules not met, like whatever the then it created into the ex table. You can see from here itself what are the records it's rejected from this tool itself, or you can go to in this particular, this is a table it's created. And you can see that rejected records. What is the action which is taken, why it is rejected. Because I put it as the A version is not equal to 1, it comes to all these. That's why it is rejected. And whatever the success records, you can see it in, there is a data warehouse table. There is a multiple tables it creates in this, but if you see here, Helios, okay. You can see all the records, whatever it is processed. This is data warehouse level, all the records it passes and it's created in the hub for like a um, table. Then we have to create the data mart. Like data mart, you can create. You have to create. Like I created a simple data mart demo. Like you can create a new data mart. Just I am creating a new data mart test. And you have a like transactional, aggregated or state oriented, but generally we'll create this transactional one. And like you can select this, and you can select only one table or you can select two tables. It will allow and auto select dimensions. There is a option also, like based on that requirement you can create, and it will create the dimension. I think I have to. Oh, it's already created a same name, that's why it's not allowing me, because I already created this one with using this same data. Because the internal tables they use, like same way you can create this data mart, and if you want to edit the data mart, you can go and you can change the field names here itself, and you can change the source field names also. Like there is an option. You can change the like source field name. You can assign source field name, or you can add custom mapping also in this data mart level. And if you want to add filters, we are adding filters here in a CAD data mart. Like if you want a specific filter, just you can go to the operate like input attributes, you can select any attribute, and you can put a filter condition there. You can filter all the uh, unwanted data, it will filter it out. And also here we have an option to this is the where you can see in the database, you can see this is the actual table it creates. This is a data mart demo, the dimension name, but actual table name is this one. You can, there is an option you can change any name here. And also uh, there is an option, one option, like I'll show uh, here, settings, advanced. You want to change this database to use data warehouse settings, or you want to different database, you want to create a data mart. There we are using CAD data mart, dealer data mart, right? We changed this, create tables in database. This particular, if it is a CAD data mart, we are using uh, CAD data mart dev database. If it is a dealer database, we are using dealer database. If you don't use anything, automatically it goes to the data warehouse database and it creates these tables. Yeah, this is what customization we did, because this is more controllable. You can give only CAD that specific database and you don't need to worry about dealer database. After creating this one, and you have to just run this particular one using workflow. You can create a workflow. It automatically creates the default workflow for each data warehouse and data mart you created. But if you want to create, a like a customization, like want to create a workflow, then you can create new workflow. Just workflow test. Anyhow, we have only one task. It shows only one task, but what we can do is here, if you have a multiple task, you can add multiple tasks here with parallel or uh, uh, sequential. But only problem is the compose runs one data warehouse task at a time. Because if you have a 2 or 3 data warehouses, if you want to run at the same time, the compose will not allow. Data warehouse task you have to create only once, but in a data mart level, you can create multiple data mart. You can run multiple data marts at the same time, but data warehouse level you have to create. And the main advantage of workflow is you can schedule workflow in a specific time. Like is it like a cron job? Like you have a customization like daily, every daily, monthly, weekly, or you have an advanced like cron expression, like the Linux cron, right? Like the every minute, every hour, all it supports. And you can enable that, then automatically it runs. And one more option, one more good option is here. You can put notifications. If any failure or any start or end, something happens this particular task, if you want to notify support analyst or anything, it's automatically send the notification. We already enabled in Boyd and Milton. If anything, this particular workflow issues, we are getting the notifications. Yeah, this is what all compose we are doing, and This is specific to I given only what exactly our dealer integration we are doing. There are more options, but we are not uh, concentrating on this one. We are like, if you have any questions or if you need any help, like just let me know, then I can go and I'll show you that. Yeah, Bob or Brandon, if I miss anything, yeah, just let me know. If I covered anything or I.
All right. Um,
I think we did I miss anything? Are we using anything or?
um, I mean, that's a good, I mean, basic overview, I guess. I mean, it's.
Yeah, yeah, please let me know once you start anything. If you have any questions or anything, just reach me. I can help you anytime. I'm on Teams, and you can send an email, or if you want to have a meeting also, you can schedule a meeting. I can go through once you start looking into that. Whatever I'm explaining, this is just on the fly, but once you start, you get more questions if they are doing first time. Yeah,
Right.
please let me know.
That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with my guys, you know, and show them how our environment looks. And I might have a couple questions on that, but.
Yep. Yeah, I think Bob and Brandon, you don't need anything, but maybe anyone new comes, right? There are so many questions because this is not covered everything. Like maybe I missed something. I can help you anytime anyone wants to do.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. And for Thompson Tractor, yeah, if there is any other topic that you wanna to cover, we can schedule a follow-up session with Lakshma. So let me know and we can work on that.
Can you
Okay.
make the PowerPoint slides available from yesterday and
Sounds
today?
good.
Okay. So thank you very much. Yep.
Sorry, I think I
Brenda.
heard someone ask if there were the PowerPoint slides available.
Yes, I'm gonna share the material and the recording in our SharePoint site. So I will be sending those link later today to everybody in the invite.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have any comment, Lakshan? Sorry.
No, like I think they have already that user guides, right? Like if they need a user guide, I can send that link also. But user guides are available in Attunity website, like Compose and a replicate user guide. That user guide gives more detail. Yeah, if they can download freely, I think.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thanks.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Lakshan.
Thank you.